Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be doing this really fun, glowy, summery look. I love that I added the pop of yellow eyeshadow too. I think it just really brought the look together. If you guys like this look and you want to stick around to see how I created it, just stick along for the video. So first I'm going to go in with a primer. I'm going to use this Too Faced primer. And I'm just going to put this where I have a lot of pores that are visible. And that's mainly my cheeks and my nose, a little bit on my chin. I'm also going to go in with this Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector, and I'm just going to put that on the areas where I want my skin to be a little more glowy. So I'm going to take that along my cheeks. A little bit on the sides of my forehead. I like to put a little bit on my nose. And a little bit on my chin. And just a little on the sides of my face as well. Just to make sure everything looks a little more glowy. You see how it just leaves just a little bit of glow just on those areas. It's kind of just really pretty. I'm also going to prep my lips, so I'm going to go in with the Milani Keep It Sweet Sugar Lip Scrub. And I'm just going to get all that dead skin off and plump up my lips a little bit. Now that those are nice and smooth, I'm going to go in with their Milani Keep It Smooth Lip Treatment. And just put that on my lips until I need to do my lipstick. Now to start with my face, I'm going to go with my Fenty Beauty Cheeks Out Cream Bronzer, and this is in the shade Amber. And I use this as my contour. So I'm going to take my e.l.f. brush, dip into that, and just hit the hollow of my cheek, under my chin, and then on my nose. I'm also going to go in with my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, and this is in the shade Fair Rose. Just going to add a little bit of highlighting. I'm going to take my e.l.f. Flawless Concealer brush and just blend this all out. Now I'm just going to dampen my beauty blender with a little bit of spray. And I'm going to go through and just smooth all of this out. I'm also going to go in with a concealer that's closer to my shade and it has a little bit more coverage. This is the BH Studio Pro Concealer. I'm just going to take a little bit on my finger and hit anywhere that I might have a small blemish or a little bit of acne scarring. And then I'm just going to let it sit for a little bit until I blend it out. So that's been sitting there for a little bit, so I'm just going to go ahead and lightly blend it out with my concealer brush. And now everything looks a little bit more covered and evenly blended out. Alright, now that all of that base is done, I'm now going to go in with foundation, and I have two foundations here. I have the Too Faced Do You foundation. I have my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte foundation. I'm going to mix them both together because this one is a little more glowy, but the color's pretty dark on me, and this one's a little bit lighter for me, and it is a more matte foundation, so it's going to kind of mix pretty well because I do have oily skin, so I want that glowy look, but I don't want it to become so oily that it looks like I have an oil spill on my face. There's the two foundations on the back of my hand, so I'm going to take those two and I'm just going to mix them on the back of my hand. So now that that's all mixed, I'm going to apply it to my face. I'm also going to take a little bit on my neck just so it blends properly. Now I'm going to take my e.l.f. stippling brush and I'm just going to blend this all out. And I will say this foundation does have a fragrance to it. I personally like the fragrance. I think it smells really good. But if you are sensitive to fragrance, especially if your skin is sensitive to fragrance, this will not be the foundation for you. And then again, I'm taking my beauty blender and I'm just smoothing everything out. Just making sure there's no brush lines and everything's blended nicely. Alright, now I'm going to take my setting powder. This is the e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder. And because I want to keep it staying more glowy, I'm not going to bake today. I'm just going to take a fluffy brush and I'm going to just lightly pat my face with powder. So there's my powder, and I'm going to take my e.l.f. brush. This is a highlighting brush, but I like to use it as my loose powder brush. I'm just going to go through and just pat it lightly on my skin, just to make sure all of those cream products and my foundation stays in place. Now I'm going to start with all my powder products for my face, and I'm going to start with bronzer. This is the Urban Decay Beach Bronzer. I'm going to take that on my fluffy brush and just start going in and warming up the face. With blush next. This is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Baked Blush, and it's in the shade Hummingbird Hype. I like this one on summery kind of makeup looks because it's got a bit of shimmer in it, so it gives your cheeks some color and some glow. I'm going to take this e.l.f. Multi-Dimensional Face and Body Shimmer, and I actually just got this today at the store, so this will be my first time trying it. I'm going to open it from the packaging. This is how it looks outside of the packaging. It looks really pretty. Like, you probably can't see it on the camera, but it's got a ton of like yellow glitter in it, or shimmer, I'm not sure yet, but it just looks really pretty. Good for this look since it's going to be a yellow eyeshadow look too. It also has a scent to it, so again, if you're sensitive to any like fragrance scents, probably not for you. But again, it smells really good. Like, it smells like tropical and sweet, so I like it. I'm not that sensitive to fragrances, to be honest. Just starting off, it looks really pretty. It is glittery. If you're not a fan of glitter, this isn't for you. but it's not like really annoying glitter, like it's not huge chunks of glitter. It's a very fine glitter and it comes off pretty yellow. This is just with dipping into the brush twice, I believe, and it gets like a really nice yellow shimmer glitter look to it, which I'm completely into, especially for the summer. Again, just one dip from my brush, and that's what I'm getting. Really nice. For my contour today, I'm going to use the Too Faced Cocoa Contour Palette. I'm going to dip into the shade Medium Cocoa. That's going to be for my contour. Since it's a nice kind of ashy shade, it'll be good for my skin tone since I'm very fair. And I'm going to take that on my e.l.f. contour brush and just kind of start stamping that in and lifting up. Okay, now that the base is all done, I'm going to move on to my eyes now, and I'm going to use this ColourPop Honey palette, and it's really beautiful. Like, the colors are just stunning, but I thought it'd be a nice, you know, look for summer, so we're going to start on that. I'll go and start with the shade Stinger, and just kind of start blending that all over the lid. And as you can see, this is actually pretty pigmented for a very light yellow color, which is really nice. Now to deepen up that shade, I'm going to go in with Totally Buggin'. And just kind of start deepening that area up. Now I'm going to take the shade Oh Behave and just start really getting that into my outer corner of my lid. I'm also going to take the shade Sweet Spot and just get that right into my crease. Now I'm going to take the shade Dandy and just set that more on the outer portion of my lids. That is really pigmented, so be careful how much you put on your lid. I'm gonna take the shade Sunburst more into the inner portion of my lid and just blend out. Now I'm gonna take my Wet n Wild Mega Liner. This is in the shade Black. And then I'm going to start creating my wig. Alright, now that my eyeliner's done, I'm going to go back into the palette and I'm going to hit Sweet Spot and just put that underneath my eyes. Now I'm going to take my L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara. I'm just going to cut my lashes. Okay, now that my eyes are all done, I'm going to move on to my lips. So for my lips, I'm taking my Laura Mercier lipstick in the shade Milky Way. I'm going to take this on the outer corners of my lips. Take my Becca Mini. This is the Ultimate Lipstick Love in the shade Sugar. And I'm going to put that in the middle. I'm going to take my Pat McGrath Lip Fetish Lip Balm in the shade Gold Astral. I'm just going to add that to the middle of my lips. Okay everyone, and this is the finished look. This eyeshadow palette, the ColourPop eyeshadow palette, never tried it before, but I'm really happy that I bought this one. I'm obsessed with the yellows in this palette. The shimmers in the palette are absolutely beautiful, extremely pigmented, so I'm really glad I decided to buy that and play with it today. And the new e.l.f. highlighter that they came out with, the retro collection, really packs a punch. It is glittery again. If you're not into a glittery highlight, this probably won't be for you, but I am obsessed with the color in it. I like the smell of it, so really happy I bought that today too. Overall, everything went together really well. Really happy with just this beautiful dewy glowy skin and this bright pop of a yellow eyeshadow today. I think it's really summery and fun and just still looks very put together and elegant, but it's still very vibrant and summery and fun at the same time. And that's everything for me today, guys. If you liked the video, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!